What I'm about to show you is not a list, it's a loop. This is your LinkedIn growth system. Each stage feeds the next one and strengthens the previous one. So let me show you what this loop looks like. So here's the LinkedIn growth loop. Starting up at the top, profile optimization. Build trust, credibility, and visibility with a powerful first impression. This is most probably the most important part of this loop because this is a foundation you are laying. It is the first impression you are making. You get that wrong, the loop just collapses. Okay, then we move on to content creation. I'm moving clockwise. Create authority-driven content that stops the scroll and sparks connection. Now, I can tell you, I've noticed over the last couple of months, more specifically the recent months, a lot of big accounts on LinkedIn complaining that their reach is down. And when I say down, these guys are talking 30, 40, 50%. And I'm talking big accounts with 100, 200, 300,000 followers. And I'm almost seeing posts on a daily basis of people complaining now. And some of them are even tackling LinkedIn themselves. What are you doing? You're making a mess of the platform. It's becoming like other social media. Why have you changed the algorithm? The bottom line is that, frankly, they're not going to listen to you. It's not going to change anything. And they have a very, very, very specific strategy that they are applying now. They have identified that some creator accounts, big accounts, are gaming the algorithm by creating commenting pods where a group of big accounts get together, and every time the one posts, all the others comment on it, and they do it to each other. That immediately raises the profile of your content because the algorithm is looking for that. The latest updates to the algorithm is freaking people out because it is now identifying these engagement pods. And I can tell you those creators I used to see before have disappeared from my newsfeed. I do not see them anymore. Why? Because the algorithm is now looking for content that is chasing vanity metrics. By that I mean thousands of impressions and thousands of likes and hundreds of comments. But the content is not actually adding any value to their network. It's penalizing those. It's penalizing engagement pods. So the funny thing is, and I just went and checked just before this live broadcast, where my content was sitting. And over the last 90 days, I've seen an 8.5% increase in my reach. So, the question is, my account's a lot smaller than these hundreds of thousands of followers. How is it that I'm getting an increase, they're getting a decrease? It's actually quite simple. My main focus on every piece of content that I put out on LinkedIn is to add value to my network, not chase vanity metrics. I'm always telling my clients, post for your network, do not post for the algorithm. Because the algorithm is not the one that's going to give you leads, and the algorithm is not the one that's going to give you opportunities. It's your content that resonates with your network and adds value consistently. So that is an important piece as well. Then you've got connection building. Grow your network, the right people, and deepen strategic relationships. LinkedIn has got the most powerful search algorithm. You can literally go and search for anybody on LinkedIn and find lists of them. You cannot do that on other social media platforms. And the main reason for that is LinkedIn has literally got your entire work history, your CV on file. And it is the only social media platform that is trusted with all that personal information, hence why they have so much. LinkedIn's controls are very, very tight and strict. That's why they don't grow at the pace the other social media networks grow. They've got steady, slow growth because they monitor, they analyze, they control. So that means when you go searching, wow, you have loads of information. I'm sure you remember how many times has Facebook been hacked? Millions of people's personal information stolen and shared. You don't get that on LinkedIn. They're very strict. So finding and connecting with the right people. Then you've got relationship nurturing. Engage authentically, spark conversations that lead to conversions. Don't send a DM within 10 minutes of the person joining your network, offering to set up a free 20-minute call so you can discuss how you can be of service to them. Firstly, you have no idea if they need your service. Secondly, you haven't really studied much about them because within 20 minutes you couldn't have done that. And thirdly, you're in their face straight away. They're going to ignore you. Forget it. It's not going to work. So you've got to be strategic and authentic. Then you've got organic lead generation. LinkedIn is still the best platform for organic lead generation by far. And you're welcome to go and do your own research online and you will find the information yourself. Turn interested into opportunity with value first offers and smart follow up. I am an advocate of what I call the value first loop. You've got to first give value to your network before they give anything back to you. And I'm not talking once, I'm talking over and over and over and over again until they ask. That's one of the things I say to my clients. Give, and give some more until they ask. Because the moment they've asked, they've now opened the door for you to pitch your sale. You've got their trust, you've got their ear, you've got their interest. It makes that step to get them across the line a lot easier. And then finally, you've got system building. Build a rhythm that scales with analytics, batching, and strategic collaborations. This may look very complex, and sure, initially it takes some time and effort to put it all together. I do that with my clients in 3-4 months worth of coaching sessions and everything is set up. Then they just have to maintain it. Maintaining it is easy. I'm talking about logging in once, maybe twice a week for 30 to 45 minutes each time to maintain this loop, to keep the momentum going. And the beauty about LinkedIn, which is also a downfall, is if you remain consistent, momentum keeps growing all the time. I've said to all my clients, and the same is for me, even though I have a big account, you cannot run out of leads on LinkedIn. You cannot run out of people to connect with. It's just impossible. There's just too many. So don't worry about that. Keep growing consistently. Keep sharing consistently. Keep showing up consistently. Now, what does that mean? Am I talking showing up every day of the week, Monday to Friday? No, that's not what I'm saying. When I first started with my clients, I always ask them one question. When you are busy, how many times a week can you log into LinkedIn to spend 30 to 45 minutes per login doing your activities on LinkedIn? Some of them say to me once a week. I said, that's great. That'll work. But then you got to make sure from that point forward, every single week you are showing up. Because here's the other thing about LinkedIn. It's like a big oil tanker out in the sea. When it gets momentum, it goes. And it just keeps going. Takes a lot to slow it down and turn it around. And then to get it started again, wow. Takes some time. That's LinkedIn. Keep the momentum, it keeps going like an oil tanker. Stop the momentum, your analytics literally take a crash dive, literally. Everything just takes a crash dive. And then when you come back, it takes some time to build it up again. So does that mean you can't go on leave, you can't have a weekend? No, it doesn't mean any of that. But then what you do is you plan your content ahead of time and you use LinkedIn's own scheduler to schedule your content so that you are still consistently showing up. I show up on LinkedIn 5 to 6 times a day. I only spend 30 to 45 minutes in the morning setting everything up. Sometimes I'm not even logged in. My computer's not on. I'm out. I'm still showing up. That is key. Consistency is absolute key. So this is the LinkedIn growth loop.